Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mindful Catharsis. Today, we will be discussing historical interconnectedness and contemporary mental health. How our heritage can impact our well-being. What is the connection between our heritage and mental health? Our heritage is the collective stories, traditions, customs, and beliefs that our ancestors have passed down to us. It is an integral part of who we are and how we identify ourselves. This heritage has a direct influence on our mental health. Studies have shown that our cultural history, intergenerational trauma, and social history can all contribute to our psychological well-being. Understanding how our heritage is connected to our mental health can help us to better understand ourselves and make informed decisions when it comes to our mental health. By exploring our heritage, we can gain deeper insights into our mental health and find more effective ways to improve it. Mental health is an important aspect of our lives, and it is closely connected to our heritage and cultural history. Our heritage plays a significant role in shaping our psychological well-being, as well as the intergenerational trauma that has been passed down from one generation to the next. By understanding the impact of our social history on mental health, we can gain insight into how we can better support ourselves and those around us. This session will explore the connection between our heritage and mental health in order to gain a better understanding of how our cultural backgrounds influence our psychological well-being. So before we continue our discussion about our past and present and how it connects to our current mental health in this society, I want you to settle in, clear your mind, be in the present moment as you clear out any noise and distractions. Release your stressors. Not thinking about anything that came before or will come after this moment. Find your peaceful position. Create your peaceful space, your positive space. Receive your positive energy. Take a deep breath in and exhale out as you relax your body. And we start our 5-minute breathing. how historical events can impact current generations' mental health. Historical events can have a profound effect on the mental health of individuals in current and future generations. The trauma and suffering that has been experienced throughout history can be transmitted through generations and have lasting psychological impacts. The phenomenon is called intergenerational trauma, and it occurs when the psychological trauma experienced by one generation is passed down to another, resulting in lasting mental health issues that can include depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, and other psychological disorders. Intergenerational trauma can be caused by a variety of things, including wars, genocide, natural disasters, or other forms of mass violence. For example, it is common for individuals to experience mental health issues related to the Holocaust, even if they don't experience it directly, due to the trauma that was passed down from survivors to their children and grandchildren. Similarly, individuals who have been affected by the 1994 Rwandan genocide or the more civil wars in Syria are more likely to suffer from mental health issues due to the trauma that is being passed down through generations. The psychological impact of historical events can also be seen in the way they shape our perceptions of the world. For example, growing up in a post-9/11 world has impacted the way many people view the world and has created a heightened sense of fear and paranoia, even if they were not alive during the attacks. Similarly, the rise of the Black Lives Matter movement has led to more nuanced discussion of racism and has brought to light the ongoing impacts of systemic racism and discrimination that have existed for generations. Finally, historical events can also have an impact on mental health through social and cultural norms. Traumatic events can shape the way a culture perceives certain topics and can lead to the perpetuation of damaging beliefs and behaviors. For example, the ongoing stigma surrounding mental health issues in many cultures is often rooted in the past and can contribute to the prevalence of mental health issues in the present day. Overall, historical events have a profound impact on the mental health of individuals in current and future generations. Recognizing the psychological effects of past events can help us to better understand and address mental health issues today, and to create a healthier and more equitable future. how cultural identity is connected to mental health conditions. Cultural identity is closely intertwined with mental health. How a person interacts with their surrounding culture and the cultural values they hold can have a significant impact on their mental health. Cultural identity is a key factor in determining a person's sense of self and can be strongly associated with the development of mental health conditions. People of different cultures may have different expectations and values when it comes to mental health, which can affect the way they approach mental health issues and the resources they have available to them. People of certain cultures may be more likely to ignore or deny mental health symptoms or even see them as a sign of weakness, while in other cultures mental health may be seen as a normal part of life that should be addressed openly and constructively. People of certain cultures may also be likely to rely on traditional healing methods such as herbal medicines rather than seeking evidence-based treatments like psychotherapy. Cultural identity can also create a sense of belonging and connection to a larger community, which is essential for good mental health. People who identify with a culture may draw strength and purpose from the shared values and beliefs of that culture. This can have a positive effect in terms of mental health, allowing people to build a sense of identity and community that can act as a buffer against the stress and pressures of modern life. At the same time, cultural identity can also be a source of conflict and tension. Cultural differences can cause misunderstandings and create feelings of alienation, which can strain relationships and lead to mental health conditions like anxiety and depression. Additionally, people of certain cultures may be prone to stigmatization and discrimination, which can further exacerbate mental health issues. Overall, cultural identity is an important factor in determining mental health outcomes. It is important to be aware of how cultural values and expectations can affect an individual mental health, and to provide resources and support to those who may be more vulnerable due to their cultural identity. Education in preserving our heritage and understanding its impact. Education plays an important role in preserving our heritage and understanding its impact on mental health. Through education, we can learn about our cultural and historical roots and how they shape our beliefs, values, and behaviors. We can gain insight into how our ancestors lived and how their lives may have impacted our mental health. Education can also help us develop a deeper understanding of our heritage by providing us with the tools to appreciate our culture and its impact on our lives. Through education, we can learn about traditional practices, religious beliefs, and cultural customs. We can gain an appreciation for our cultural diversity and understand the importance of respecting and honoring all aspects of our identity. Education can also help us build a connection between our heritage and our mental health. By learning about our culture, we can gain an understanding of our ancestors' ways of life and how those practices may have had an impact on our mental health. We can also gain insight into how our cultural beliefs and values may affect our mental health today. Through education, we can also gain an understanding of how our cultural heritage can contribute to our mental well-being. We can learn about traditional practices that can help us cope with stress and anxiety, and how our cultural beliefs and values can provide us with a sense of purpose and meaning. Finally, education can help us build a connection between our heritage and our mental health by encouraging us to explore our cultural identity, engage in meaningful conversations, and develop a sense of belonging. By understanding our heritage, we can better appreciate our cultural differences and their impact on our mental health, and use this knowledge to create a more accepting and inclusive society. As we reflect on our culture, our heritage, our past, and our present, let's continue to celebrate who we were and who came before us. Not just this month, but throughout the whole year. Appreciating our identity in this world, in this society, how it has been formed and influenced, and figure out how to become better versions of ourselves. So I would like to thank you for gracing me with your presence. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste, blessings, and love.